This woman is located inside Google headquarters on San Jose. We begin to see with a scene 1 meter wide, which we view as just 1 meter away. Now every 10 seconds we will look from 10 times farther away, and our field of view will be 10 times wider. The is 10 meters wide, the next will be 10 times. As wide our picture will center on the lying woman, even after they've been lost to sight. 100 meters wide, this is a man can run in 10 seconds. We can see whole Google headquarters. The square is 1 kilometer wide. 1,000 meters, this distance is a racing car, can travel in 10 seconds. 10 to the 4th meters, 1,000 meters. It is a supersonic airplane, can travel in 10 seconds. 10 to the 5th meters, the distance in orbiting satellite covers in 10 seconds, and we can see the whole California. 10 to the 6th, a 1 with 6 zeros, 1,000,000 meters. We can soon see the whole Earth now. We are able to see the whole Earth now, just over a minute along the journey. Earth diminishes into the distance, but those background stars are so much farther away if they do not yet appear to move. 10 to the 9th meters, we can see the moon orbit. Now we mark a small part of the path in which the Earth moves about the sun. Now we can see the Mars, Venus, and Mercury. And we can see the growing center of the solar system, the sun. Followed by the massive outer planets swinging wide in their big orbits, that our orbit belongs to Pluto, a fringe of a myriad. Comets too faint to see completes the solar system. 10 to the 14th, as the solar system shrinks to 1 bright point in the distance, our sun is plainly now only one among the stars. This is 10 to the 16th meters, 1 light year, not yet out to the next star. Now we can see Proxima Centauri, Sirius, and that shining Arcturus. Normal but quite unfamiliar stars and clouds of gas surround us as we traverse the Milky Way galaxy. 10 to the 21 meters, we can see the whole Milky Way galaxy. The 2 little satellite galaxies of our own are the clouds of Magellan. 10 to the 22nd power, the 1,000,000 light years. Groups of galaxies bring a new level of structure to the scene. Glowing points are no longer single stars, but whole galaxies of stars seen as when we pass the big Virgo cluster of galaxies. In the 10 of the 26 meters, we can see Hydra Centaurus supercluster and Perseus Pisces supercluster. And now we can see the whole universe now. Among many others, 100 million light years out. As we approach the limit of our vision, we pause to start back home. This lonely scene, the galaxies like dust, is what most of space looks like. This emptiness is normal. The richness of our own neighborhood is the exception. The trip back to the lying woman on the Google headquarters will be a sped-up version, reducing the distance to the Earth's surface by 1 power of 10. Every 2 seconds in each 2 seconds will appear to cover 90% the remaining distance back to Earth. Notice the alternation between great activity and relative inactivity, a rhythm that will continue all the way into our next goal, a proton in the nucleus of an atom beneath the white blood cell, on the eyes of the lying woman at the Google headquarters. 10 to the 9 meters. 10 to the 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. We are back at our starting point. We slow up at 1 meter 10 to the 0 power. Now we reduce the distance to our final destination by 90% every 10 seconds. Step much smaller than the one before. At 10 to the minus 2, 1/100th of a meter, 1 centimeter, we approach the surface of eye. In a few seconds, we were entering the eyes, and now we can observe the retina, pupil, and iris. We can now see some blood vessels in the eye. We are now at a scale of 10 to the minus 4 meters. This shows microscopic structures about 1/10 of a millimeter in size, where surface forces dominate over gravity. As we move closer, individual cells come into view. Next, we will encounter a white blood cell, moving through its microscopic environment as part of the immune system. Inside the white blood cell, organelles come into view, carrying out the processes that keep the cell alive and active. And as we move deeper to 10 to the minus 7 meters, we enter the nucleus, where tightly packed DNA stores the instructions that control the cell. As we close in, we come to the double helix itself, a molecule like a long, twisted ladder, whose rungs of paired bases spell out twice in an alphabet of 4 letters words of the powerful genetic message. At the atomic scale, the interplay of form and motion becomes more visible. We focus on one commonplace oxygen atom. 4 electrons make up the outer shell of the oxygen itself. They appear in quantum motion, is a swarm of shimmering points. And as we move deeper, atoms emerge, with electrons forming soft clouds around a dense central nucleus. Now we come upon the 2 inner electrons held in a tighter swarm. As we draw toward the atom's attracting center, we enter upon a vast inner space. At last, the oxygen nucleus, so massive and so small. This oxygen nucleus is made up of 8 protons and 8 neutrons. We are in a domain of universal modules. There are protons and neutrons in every nucleus, electrons, in every atom, atoms, bonded into every molecule out to the farthest galaxies. As a single proton fills our scene, reach the edge of present understanding. Are these some quarks that intense interaction our journey has taken us? Through 43 powers of 10, if now the field is 1 unit then. When we saw many clusters of galaxies together, it was 10 to the 43 or 1, and 43 zeros.